What's up, everybody? My name is Brascus, and welcome back to Pathologic Classic HD. Alright, we got a lot to do here. I think I got a new letter. Let's see. 2 days ago, I did you a favor. Asked you to return dire need of an Undertaker. Okay, I remember that one. The Undertaker uniform. Perhaps there's some in the theater, but that place is I'm not allowed to go to, so I have to go to the theater to get that. The Changeling is very likely to make the same request of you. Take my advice and decline her. She'll trick you. Don't tell her I warned you, though. People will die if you do. And then the Changeling was the one who warned me about what was going to happen to Eva's letter, so on and so forth. So looking at the quests, we are still trying to locate the 3 executors. I think I've got one of them. And we're trying to find Eva as well with the whole worm bride thing. And that was going to take place way down here. Hoping to find Eva, Andre went to the marsh to check with the worms. So I need to find... Let's see, I found the Watcher in the Stone Yard, so I'm still looking for the Watcher in the Knot and the Watcher in Earth. And then on top of that, I need to locate Eva down in the swamp. Okay, well, let's see where we get. Where is... Alright, so I'm right there. We're going to go and try and look around here for the Earth Watcher and see if we can find him. And we'll try to avoid more of that nonsense. Yep, figures. It's going to lead me right into the infected area, isn't it? Where else would it take me? Okay, let's make sure we're not going to walk into anything we don't want to. Keep an eye out for all of the spooky people. No, not that way. At least I don't think so. Oop, that one's moving. Watch for it, and then keep moving. This seems like a likely place to find him. Whoa. Well, hear lots of moaning people. I do not see another executor anywhere. Ugh, such a gross noise. Alright, where am I in relation to that? I'm a little ways away. Whoop, avoid that. And that. I might wind up reloading it as I find them just to save myself the time it's going to take to look for them. Gotta be around here somewhere, but I just don't ever know exactly where I need to be looking. Still, I suppose that's kind of the point with this particular quest. They don't want to make it too easy for me either. I don't have anything to trade to you, do I? I think I've already... Yeah, I've already traded away everything I have. I was told that the Inquisitor's arrival should have reduced buying prices, so I may have to hop into a food store somewhere and take a look and see how reduced they might actually be. Because it'd be pretty cool if I could actually afford food for more than maybe 2 or 3 pieces at a time. Especially since I did recently just get paid, and so I have closer to... I have like 10,000, 11,000 gold on... or silver, money, whatever. Currency. Buying things. Yeah, 14, almost 15,000, actually. Well, I do not know where this executor is supposed to be. I read a tip somewhere that said it should be near the center of town, approximately near where their markers are, which is kind of the assumption I was already working off of, but I don't really know, because the one that was over here was like right in here. So I would hope that this guy would be, I mean, right in the same area. Maybe he's just up a little ways. Alright, that one's not moving, fortunately. Ugh, God, the dog barking scared me. A little ridiculous, but there it is. Do I have anything I can use to heal myself? No. Well, I have a tourniquet, but I may as well. Just bring my health up a little tiny bit. Well, maybe this guy will barter for some bandages. Nothing in the garbage can. Nope. Okay, well, that's not helping. Where, oh, where has the executor gone? Oh, where could he be? You wouldn't think it'd be that hard to find them. They're not exactly inconspicuous with their giant bird masks and weird glowing eyes. And yet nobody seems to know where they are. Okay, where am I now? Alright, so I'm here. I kind of feel like I've checked almost everywhere around there. Creepy, creepy, creepy. Oh, there he is. There he is. I see him. Okay, where am I on the map here? Oh, go away. Okay, I'm going to be reloading it anyway because I've wasted a lot of time doing that. But we found him. So I'll see you guys in a second when I'm back there, when we've located him. Okay, guys, we are back. I am the Earth Watcher. Are you here on business? I need your papers. Aglaia doesn't know that we're here yet, does she? She does. Bad news. That means we have to flee as soon as possible. We'll get together and go. Don't inform the Inquisitor of our location. At least not until the evening, okay? Sure, hand me the papers. Yes, of course. Here you go. Much obliged. Yep, thanks. Okay, and goodbye. Now, my immunity has suffered a little bit. I might have to tank my health a little bit more again to get some of that back. I'd really prefer not to, because my health is already kind of struggling a bit. Ooh, do you have something I want? Lockpick, shells. God, I wish I had better things for that. You know, I'm going to do that just because I want to get rid of some of the stuff in my inventory. That one's 6, or 5, right? Yeah, 5, and that one's worth 1, so there you go. Alright, there we go, and goodbye. Every time I'm in those infected areas, I frequently now get hit by one of those big cloaked brown Grim Reaper looking infection things. They're really bad for you. Alright, there we are. So we need to basically hang a left up here and go across that bridge back towards the center of town. For 2 reasons. One, we need to be in the knots in order to find... We need to head down that way to get to Eva's location. But we also need to be heading that way so that we can go and find the Knots Watcher. I should probably save real fast, actually. I'm going to go ahead and overwrite this previous save. Maybe, make another new one. Alright. That's fine. Avoid that. I believe the immunity should build back up to half on its own. That's a firebomber. We're going to just avoid him completely. Now, where am I? I always lose track of where I am on this map. Oh, hi there. Okay. We're good. So far, so good. Health is a little bit tanked. I did manage to trade for some more bandages, so I might need to use some of those soon. Alright, nothing ahead of me yet. Oh, there's one. Just avoid that. And we got a rat over there, but the bridge I want is straight ahead. So as long as the rat doesn't come after me, I don't care. Yoip. More clouds of infection and whatnot. Okay, that should take me out of the infected area, so we're good. Do you have anything I want, kid? I'd love it if you could trade me some revolver ammo. And you certainly can. Okay, so you only got one, so here's a needle. Thanks. And goodbye. Gonna have to keep working on that. Oh, another person I can find. Barter. Nope. I did also stop in on a food store. They didn't have anything I wanted, but they did certainly seem like they'd reduced the prices rather significantly. Fresh meat was only $1,200, and I feel like it was a lot more than that not that long ago, so yay for us. Okay. Now, the Watcher I'm looking for is supposed to be approximately in the center of town, so we're going to save again. Because I'm going to look for him, and once we find him, then we'll just reload the save and continue from there. More nastiness. I need to fix something here. Okay, now where is this guy I'm after? Looking for an executor somewhere in the middle of town, approximately. I do think I'm going to go ahead and just head inside, though, because I need to talk to them anyway to see if I can get the cloak and whatnot for Brock. No. Well, it's okay. I'm going to be saved. That's right. I'm going to be reloading this save anyway, because all I'm doing is trying to find the executor. Oh, freaking die. God, I hate the rats. Alright. Let's get back to it. We'll find him first, then reload, complete the double task of collecting the papers and of getting the stuff for Barack. Okay, now the last one was like right there, and this guy was right here. So if we sort of confine that, he should be right here in this little ring somewhere. So let's try checking these back alleys a bit. I don't see him down here. Let me just poke my head down there to be sure. No, I don't see him down there, so that's fine. Where, oh, where are you hiding? Most obnoxious game of hide-and-seek I've ever played. Oh, yeah, those ones. Those are the ones I hate. You saw it over there in the edge. Ugh, they're bad. So bad. Oh, look, a gold ring to replace the one I just traded off. No worries. He's not out behind the theater, is he? He could be. I kind of forget that that's even there, honestly, because every time you go to it, you just want to get inside. Never occurs to me that there is a behind the theater. But the wall goes all the way around. Maybe we'll get lucky and find him in there. Let's see. Ah, he is back here. Okay, well, we'll check these just in case. I mean, we're just going to reload the save anyway, so. Okay, so it should be pretty easy to locate him. He's just up the stairs to the theater and then around the back. And that'll be the third person I need to collect papers from. Man, a whole crowd of those guys, and a firebomber as well. Jeez. Are you done? Alright, there we go. Heading this way. So we'll go talk to the executor and get his papers, and then we're right here at the theater, so we may as well see if we can get the hood and mask for Rack. Okay. We'll grab these water bottles while we're here as well. Hey dude, need your papers. Straight from the Inquisitor? Yep. Then I have nothing to say to you, go away. How about I try brute force? That would be ill-advised. There's a patrolman just around the corner. Should I call for him? Okay, take them. Why wouldn't I let you have them? Why indeed? Hand them over. Thank you. I am kind of wondering. I mean, you're sort of done here, dude. There's not a whole lot else for you to do. The Inquisitor has shown up, so you gotta give me those papers or you're gonna regret it. Why bother resisting? Okay, now we're gonna hang a left and go inside the theater. Because in theory, that's where I can get the mask and robe. Help everybody out. Although I have no idea where I'm gonna get this. Can you give them to me?
They say this Borat.
Highly unlikely. Okay. Where the hell else am I supposed to get them from then? I mean, they're not gonna be on anyone. Alright, I don't really feel like I have time to worry about that right now, so I'm going to continue on with my usual stuff. The Inquisitor's in the cathedral, isn't she? Yeah. Okay, let me see the quest. Towns crawling with serpents in the skin of executors. I should get acquainted with them. Collect their reports for the Inquisitor might be a good place to start. Okay, so I think now I need to go and talk to the Inquisitor. Fastest way to do that, we'll hang a left at the street there and then go around to that second middle bridge. Okay. That ought to be good. Yeah, okay. So we go this way. We'll head across there, talk to the person at the cathedral, and then hopefully, I don't know, we'll kind of see what happens. We still have... I mean, it's not even noon yet, so we still have more than half a day. We just need to remember that we've got to go take a look into Eva's situation for the end of the day, too, so... Can't lose track of our multitasking. Okay, so middle bridge, yappity yappity yap. Ah. I am so far feeling very refreshed by this Inquisitor too. She's the only person that actually feels helpful. I mean, I'm going to have to play the Haruspex, whether I do it in another series or whether I do it on my own. One way or another, I'm missing vital information. Whoa! Excuse me. I'm just going to go this way, thank you very much. Vital information that the Haruspex can provide, just from his different point of view. I really need to know why everyone in this town is the way they are. I would love to know the reasoning behind all these rituals that make it so that they just condemn themselves. You know, no well digging inside the town's limits, no examining bodies because it's considered desecration. Just the list goes on and on. There's all these different reasons why it's a terrible idea, but they won't ever bother to fix it. You have more drugs, but you don't have bullets, and bullets are what I'm really after, so sorry. Bullets. You have shells and revolver ammo. Thank you very much. I will take that. And goodbye. What about you? You've got more drugs, but I already have one of those, so wait. That one was 7. Nah, it's still the orange ones, though. Alright. Let's go talk to you. You guys are creepy. Save game. New save. What do you got for me? Here's...
rarely fail me.
Here's what I managed to take from the Watchers. Right, let me see. Yes, that's about what I was expecting. Numbers, dates, notes. Very good. If only those seeds of truth weren't intermixed with so much chaff, this could give us a dramatic push in the right direction. Excuse me? It seems simple comparison won't be enough to figure out the false report. They all describe different things, and there might be 2 false ones. A pity. Daniil, we must hurry before they are gone. Find out which one of them is which. Outsmart them. Outsmart them how? One of them is a liar and a traitor. I suspect it was they that sent you those letters that would enrage you so, and even endanger your life. One of those reports is a farewell gift from them, a false lead that will put you on a false trail. But why would they write down lies if the powers that be seek to preserve the town? Because they're a traitor. We need to know which one of them. Moreover, they've been trying to get a second one on their side as well, and that one began to hesitate. Only the third one remained honest until the end. How did you find that out? A friend gave me something before I left for this place. He knew some of the internal workings of this whole affair, and questioning Vlad Olgimsky confirmed my hypothesis. Both he and Saburov knew that there were watchers active around here. Yet they told me nothing. They may have been intimidated into keeping silent. Fine, how can I help you? Try to find out which one of them is the liar. Like in that old riddle, the traitor is sure to lie. Someone who hesitates could both lie and tell the truth. The last one will be truthful until the end, but even the truthful watcher won't be very forthcoming. Are you up to the task? You would fare better. No, they wouldn't tell me anything at all. Even if I resorted to torture. These watchers are a special breed, different from you and me. Very well, I'll try. So what, now I have to go back and talk to him again? They don't seem to trust me. I will have to resort to deception. I will have just one question to ask of each of them. A question to which they may tell the truth or tell a lie. There is no room for error here, however, so I must first solve the puzzle myself. If only I could pass for one of them, it would be easy to unveil the traitor. They know very well which one of them is. Okay, so that's another tip there. If only I could pass for one of them, it would be easy to unveil the traitor. They know very well which one of them is. So, Barak said, perhaps there are some in the theater still, but that is a place I'm not allowed to go. Get a cloak and a mask for me, please. I'll give you anything in return. So, maybe we can do that? Maybe we can go to the theater and get the mask and cloak? I'm not really sure. We did save the game before we talked with her. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and get to the first Inquisitor, the one who was back in this area. I'll save the game before I talk to him, and we'll see if that's something we can do, if we can kind of figure it out. Then maybe when I head to the one in the middle, who will be the next one on my way, we'll see if we can get the mask and hood at that point, and maybe that'll help. So I know that one of you always tells the truth, another always lies, and the third does a little bit of both. I hope that you're not going to deny that. That is true, but how does that help you? Okay, so they're asking... So my 3 questions are, which of those are you? Which of the 3 was the Knots Watcher? And which of the 3 was the Earth Watcher? Well, so... really, as long as I ask them each the identity of one, does that work? So if I ask the Earth Watcher, which of the 3 is the Earth Watcher, and he lies, the next guy, if I asked him the Earth Watcher, then the 2 would conflict, but then the third one does a little bit of both, so I'm not really sure how to ask that question. That's difficult. Okay, well, we just saved, and I really wanted to find out about the hood and the cloak thing, so let's ask him, which of those are you? I am the honest servant, of course. Were you expecting a different answer? Undoubtedly. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're going to go to the the theater again. And we'll talk to that... God, I always do that. That one doesn't go anywhere. The wall gets in the way. So we'll go talk to him. And I will ask him the same question of the guy I just asked. Not... So the next guy I will ask... Because he's going to be the Knots. The other one's the Earth. So this one's the... What is it? The Stone Yard. So I'll ask him about the Stone Yard Watcher. and see what his answer is. If he says he's the liar or the truthful one, then we'll kind of go from there. Because one always tells the truth, one sometimes tells the truth, and one always lies. Ugh, that is really unhelpful. That is just, like, insanely unhelpful. And, of course, the rat and this guy are both, like, right in my way. Alright, I'm just gonna zip on past you real fast. Excuse me. Hoping the rat will just leave me alone. Looks like it will. Oh, but the other one's not going to. Alright, come on. Bring it on. Gotcha. I'm getting good at that. Certainly kind of nice compared to how it used to go. Alright, I feel like I need to use a bandage or something. My health is starting to go real low. We'll just use both of those. I think my health is just starting to deplete because my infection rate is as high as it is, so maybe I need to start building my health back up so I can tank it again and reduce the infection with the antibiotics and whatnot. Alright, can I do anything with this? That's locked. Okay, so no. Okay, so, how can I help you, good sir? I know that one of you is always truthful, yakety yakety yakety. Which of the three was the Stoneyard Watcher? The one who does both. He is partly true, partly full of lies. I'll go talk with him. Okay, so he says it was both, and the Stoneyard Watcher says he's the truthful one. Now, we'll nip inside and talk to... I don't know, we'll nip inside and see if we can find a cloak and hood. I mean, there's no... There's nothing that I can really loot in here, as far as I can see. The door there doesn't open. There's nothing down here that I can see. I mean, these are all just corpses. And Mark doesn't ever say anything, does he? I mean, he's just gonna keep...
She had made
oh, look at that.
of murderers and madmen.
I need an executor mask and a cloak. Do you have any to spare? My god, have you finally decided to join my troop? Oh, no, but that would be too much of an honor. So, has the Inquisitor demoted you to an executor? I need the mask and the cloak to do a job. Says everyone who wants to remain unidentified. You are not entirely honest, esteemed sir. So what if I'm not? Every piece of clothing in my possession had to be distributed. Mass burials are a full-fledged business now. They've confiscated all the stage props. Who did? Saburov. Of course he did. He's appointed one of the well-respected townspeople as the master of cremations. This is a death sentence, of course. I doubt anyone could survive that assignment. Well, obviously you can try to get an outfit from an executor. They do still have them. I saw them dig a pit in a lot by the cemetery today. Many of them stayed there, too. What kind of lot? Just a lot by the cemetery. Go ask them. I'm sure they'll find a spare mask and cloak for you, and if they don't, address your complaints to Saburov. Have a kind tip, kind sir. Now off you go. Okay, so that answers that. Demand for the executor's terrifying garb is unexpectedly high. How convenient the costume department of the local theater could have been if only they had a spare costume available. I should look for one by the common grave where the caretakers were working, or perhaps now would be a good time to ask Saburov about them. I would rather go to the grave, to be perfectly honest, because I don't even trust Saburov anymore. I need to reload it probably anyway. Since Saburov has been so just completely unhelpful this entire time, I'm unlikely to really want to go to him for help. There's a good chance I'm going to redo a lot of this in another episode anyway. God, freaking rats. Die. Alright. There's just one more reason for me to reload the save file, which I planned on doing anyway after I asked all the questions. So we're going to go and talk to the third executor and just see what he says. And if the question that I ask him helps to reveal the answer, then maybe we'll go with it from there. If it doesn't really illuminate a whole lot, then I will probably reload the save file and go straight to the theater and ask the guy for the cloak and the mask. Then we'll do the same thing and ask all three of them the question and see if it's any different. I don't know for sure that it will be, but at least then we'll know. Oh, freaking die. Ugh. Alright, just keep moving. Where am I on this map? That's right, I'm down here. Oh, that's actually perfect. This is exactly where I'd want to be. Or at least as good as it's gonna get. I need to just zip right on past all these guys. And we'll duck underneath here. Excuse me. Oh, God, not again. Alright, where am I? Okay, that's good. That's actually where I want to be going. Good Lord, there are a lot of you. Sometimes these streets are empty, not today. Today they are packed full of the badness. Oh, come on, I had him. There we go. Okay, now the executor I want is straight ahead over here. Excuse me. You are the last person I need to talk to. Okay, I know that one of you is always truthful. Which of the three was the Stoneyard Watcher? The one in between, his words are half true, half lies. Okay, so what that tells me is two of them have said that he was half true, half lies. Ah, crap, but that still doesn't really help me, because if one of these two is the half-truth, half-lies guy, I can't ever tell, because the third one is always going to be in question. So I feel like the hood is probably a requirement for this to really work, but I don't really know. But I'm all out of time for this episode, so I'm going to go ahead and reload the save file, and off camera I will work my way through getting back to the theater so that we can further the quest and either talk to Saburov and visit the grave site. And we will pick up the next episode at the grave site when I'm trying to actually get the hood and the cloak, and then we'll try this questions thing again and see if that gets us anywhere. So, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this series thus far. I'm certainly getting more interested in it as we get closer to the end. And I will see everyone in the next episode. Catch you guys later.